Welcome, viewers, to our vocabulary lesson. Today's word is gleet, G-L-E-E-T. Unpleasant discharge caused by gonorrhea. Oh my god, is that gleet?
Welcome to the Pew where we are going to
PS1.
Antiques and relics and museums and all that. Highbrow.
Actually, there are no antiques or relics at PS1 because it's a contemporary museum.
About that.
We are contemporary.
I have a feeling there are some
It's contemporary.
relics right around within distance of us.
Nothing old in this
Very
museum.
close, very
It's
close
all
by.
what's happening now.
I have a
What's
hint.
fresh.
I have a hint that right close to us.
No, that's
musty.
you're using your
Something
that you do have gaydar.
No,
you
not
are
gay.
stereotyping.
Not gay, but antique.
You have a feeling.
I have what? If it's not
Feelings
gaydar,
are
it's-
stereotypes.
I have antique dar.
It's a stereotype.
I have antique dar. Rentic dar. Antique dar.
Well, some doorman at a recent nightclub had antique dar when they didn't let in some old.
No, celebrity. Some old celebrity.
No, there was like celebrities or old people.
Celebrities. They may have been old. But no, they're young.
Which celebrities?
Lamar Odom, Kardashian.
Now, okay, so here's what my question about Lamar Odom. So, if the Kardashians kicked him out and don't want him, why should a nightclub want him?
I mean, that's sort of like, that's like a very high brow not high brow, high bar to set. The Kardashians kicking you out, I mean, sort of like.
But they're kind of like a club, with a K. K-L-U-B. If you're kicked out of the Kardashian club,
really
why
mean
would
very
any?
much.
But look,
I mean, actually, it does, because if even the Kardashians
don't want you, why would a nightclub? Because they're so.
Well, if the Kardashians don't want you, I don't suppose anybody would. I mean, who would want the Kardashians?
Not a nightclub, certainly.
Certainly not a nightclub. And
who else?
Lindsay Lohan, obviously, she's been kicked out of, I think.
But you know what? I would love to have Lindsay at one of my parties because she would perk things up.
We would love to. But
she would perk things up until she's either like passed out or started
she would
breaking.
perk things up until she doesn't.
Right.
And then
that's the point where you kick her out.
And then there's the price here.
Or call the police.
From Empire, who was just recently turned away from a nightclub.
Why was he turned away?
They don't say. I mean, just because they're, Brashear, great, was causing trouble. Was causing trouble. And whereas Lindsay Lohan, they thought would cause trouble. So there's I think Lindsay Lohan is kind of like banned from everywhere. But this is Brashear wasn't banned from everywhere, just from one club, not really. But the clubs benefit from this because they get all the publicity. So it's at this point, it's almost worth their while to turn a celebrity away because they get more publicity for turning them away than for letting them in. For letting them in, everybody likes celebrities. If they turn away a celebrity, they earn all the headlines. So it's almost at this stage, it's better to turn a celebrity away. And we're going to tell you a little bit more about that after the break.
Yes, but I'm going to send a personal message to Lindsay right now that you are absolutely welcome at our Lovegun premiere on October 3rd.
Just please behave.
No, you don't even have to behave.
No, I think she should
behave. But if you don't, then get on stage, bitch.
Well, I don't. I'm not going to condone that kind of behavior. I mean, if Ernie wants to, I'm not that negative.
Well, I am. Get on stage if you're not going to behave.
All right.
We'll be right back.
And now a word from our sponsor. Welcome back to the Pew.
She's serving you style along with some fashion. She's serving you style along with some fashion. She's serving you style along with some fashion. Eat my look. Eat my look. Eat my look. 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 My look.
Welcome back to the Pew.
Pew!
And we were just
A
talking.
PS1.
We were just talking about celebrities not getting into nightclubs.
The land of perfect PC people. PS1.
Yes, and yes. Perfect
They're all
people.
behind us.
And we were talking about celebrities who don't get into nightclubs and how the clubs benefit from it. And which reminds me of a funny story from our nightclubs.
That's right. Believe it or not, some of the nightclubs that we used to work at turned people away.
Well, they turned a lot of people away, but they rarely turned a celebrity away. But there was one instance, and I don't know if you remember this. Remember when Cher didn't get into Nels? Nels was already a hard club.
Nels was like the little club on 14th Street by 8th Avenue.
It was run by Little Nell from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Nell Campbell, and it was already famous. It was at that time the toughest floor in New York City, and it was notorious for not for people like.
And you know what? I hated that club.
I did too. I never liked it.
Never liked it.
Never liked it. Because it wasn't our kind of fun. It was very modelly and like stuffy furniture.
And that club
very,
came
like,
out right at when the club kid scene exploded.
Yeah, right at the
and
beginning.
it was just the antithesis of club kids and everything we stood for.
Yes, it was. We were dancing on tables, and they were not dancing on tables. It was very much you're at grandma's house and like all the stuff furniture.
Right.
But it was very celebrity infested down there. But until one night, and it was inexplicable why they didn't let Cher in. But they didn't let her in, and word spread throughout Clubland. Like that night, everybody was talking about Nelson. I'm sure that's what
It was a game of telephone, and
That's
people
what
were
they're-
actually using telephones.
And I'm sure that's what the reason for it was. They knew that they would get a lot of.
And they were landlines.
Yeah. So they didn't let her in, and it got all around town. And then later on, Cher showed up at USA, and word was that she could not get into Nels, and we knew that she was going to get paid $6 and it was going to be on all the papers. So there was no way we could let her in, because if we would have let her in, then it would have said, well, she's not good enough for Nels, but she's good enough for USA, and it would have been a disaster for us. So we had no choice but to turn her away. And poor Cher had no idea that she was a pawn in this game between the clubs, and she was just like, I'm just trying to go to a nightclub, and nobody would let her in, and she had no idea why everybody was being so mean to her. But then it was in all the papers that she didn't get Nels, and she didn't get into USA either. So we were just fabulous. So it's just another example of how clubs benefit from turning away celebrities.
And I'm sending another personal message to Cher. If you want to come to our show on October 3rd at Lovegun, you're perfectly welcome. And you can even sit in on an episode of The Pew. We'll talk to you, and we will embrace you.
But
as it should have been back then.
You know what? Keep an eye on Lindsay. If she's at the club, keep an eye on her, and don't let her get too wild. You know.
We don't want that.
You know, you need a daughter. Put your arm around her and mother her.
Right now that you don't have a daughter.
Exactly.
Oh, Let's Foodie wants to know something. He wants to ask a question to Michael. He loves The Pew, and he wants to know if that fucking zombie boy shirt is for sale in some store. Michael's been wearing all these shirts that people are clamoring for.
Yeah, it's a prototype. I'm going to make an announcement tomorrow, though. Actually, no, I made that announcement yesterday. I guess I can say that for now. Because
He announced it yesterday, and he's mentioning it today, but you won't hear about it for like 3 more days.
No, you can hear it now, because now it's Monday. No, now it's Wednesday. No, now it's Wednesday.
Or is it?
Is today Wednesday?
I've lost track of time.
Is today Wednesday? Today is Wednesday.
That's the thing about The Pew. We lose track of time while filming.
So, 3 days ago, you heard that I announced 3 days ago on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram that we signed a contract with Sushi and Artie to be creative directors of my Smile Face. And
so let the t-shirt designing begin or the lawsuits begin?
T-shirt designing. Absolutely.
Possibly followed by lawsuits.
No lawsuits. There's no reason for a lawsuit.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.